The Ticket guys are anchoring our training camp coverage in Oxnard this year, and Bob Sturm from Bad Radio joins us. Bob, you wrote on the Morning News website about how the Cowboys comfortably lead the NFL in the category of games lost to suspension here in recent years. It's easy to blame Jerry, but what the heck, let's blame Jerry. Who else can you blame for this philosophy that's allowed this to happen?
Well, I mean, some of it's dumb luck, right? I mean, you're going to have grown professional athletes with tons of money and that pro football lifestyle, I suppose. So some of it is just that's the nature of the beast. But when you are number one in both suspensions and in games lost to suspension in the last 3 seasons, you might say maybe we should consider being a little more careful in our player acquisition department, such as things that they've done in the last 18 months. They went out of their way to acquire Greg Hardy. They certainly were the team that drafted Randy Gregory. So some of it's unavoidable, some of it is avoidable, and I suppose we would say to the avoidable stuff, maybe that needs to be cleaned up at this point.
Yeah, and I heard you guys talking recently, about Jason Garrett and the spot it puts him in, and this has been discussed a lot. And those of us who've known Garrett for a long time think we know what he stands for, and I think he means what he says when he talks about bringing in the right kind of guys. But it's such an unreasonably difficult line he has to walk. How much longer can he walk it, do you think, and keep his sanity?
Well, I mean, the good news is it's job security. If you can work under these constraints, which basically mean for him, he'll never have the autonomy that many head coaches will have. That's the bad news. The good news is if you're willing to work under these parameters, there's a good chance you can have 6 seasons that are largely unremarkable and still be entrenched in your job for what appears to be the immediate future, maybe several more years. The question comes up, what would Jason Garrett have to do to lose his job in 2016? And I guess it could happen. Anything's possible in the NFL, but it doesn't seem very likely. He doesn't seem to be on the short list of guys who will get fired. So I guess from that standpoint, if you like being a very highly compensated coach for a very high visibility team who no doubt will get another chance to be a head coach probably in his career because of this run here, then you take the good with the bad. The good, job security, longevity. The bad, the fact that you probably never get to make any of the major decisions on your own.
Yeah, the answer to that question about what would he have to do to lose his job in 16 is openly defy Jerry Jones might be the answer there. One way to do it anyway. Big picture question about this team. And I know you look at a lot of film and know some of the specifics of how this team may work or may not work. But I'm going to ask you a big picture question that basically is, can this offense outscore the deficiencies of this defense well enough for this to be a decent football team this year?
I mean, it's a great question, and it's all predicated on the health of Tony Romo. And unfortunately for me, I am almost forced, based on watching 2013, 2014, and 2015, to say when Romo's out there, they're great, but there's no promises or no guarantees or no even sure feeling that Tony Romo can make 16 starts. He hasn't done that since 2012. People forget about the fact that in 2013 they had a win and you're in game against Philadelphia that Kyle Orton had to start. And in 2014 missed a couple weeks. It wasn't as bad as we thought it would be, but in 2015 they went 1-11 without Tony Romo. So on paper, Deuce, it looks like an unbelievable offense. That should be fantastic, but the depth is razor thin at certain spots, including the all-important quarterback and, as we saw last year, Des Bryant's spot. It's not like they have another wide receiver that can be counted on for anything substantial. So because of their situation, they have good depth at running back. They seem to have good depth at offensive line. They have some options at tight end. They can endure some injuries, just not those certain injuries that really kill you. So to answer your question, they look really good on August 2nd, August 3rd. Will they look good on December 3rd? That comes down to those guys and that guy, number 9, staying healthy.
Finally, Bob Sturm, like me, when you're in Oxnard or in your case Ventura, you love that early morning jog, or in my case walk along the beach or the boardwalk. My question is, does your radio partner Dan McDowell ever get up early and join you on that?
I have never seen that guy go faster than a walk. I'm sure it's been done. I just have missed it. It's like Moby Dick. I'm positive, other people, the Sasquatch, maybe it's out there. I just have never seen it, Deuce.
Bob Sturm, Bad Radio, noon to 3 weekdays on The Ticket. Thanks a lot for the time, Bob.
Anytime, my man.
I'm Mike Ducey, Fox 4 Sports.